Hello and welcome back to Fair Weather Trains. Today I thought we'd have a look at three types of intermodal wagon that I've currently got, just to compare them to each other, see if there's any foibles to them or see if they're all particularly excellent, and just see whether they're worth the money. So the top one on the screen there is a Bachmann. I've got two boxes of these with different types of container. They're price marked at 45 quid. There's two in a pack, by the way. We got this one from the Bristol train show recently, and I think we paid under 40 because we got them together and something else, which we paid 84 total, I think. So for an argument's sake, we'll say we got them for 40. The ones on the bottom are from Realtrack. We got them from Worley. They're price marked at 50. Yeah, 50. We bought two. As you can see, there's two wagons in each, which connect together. And I think we got the two packs for 90, so 45 each. And the bottom set is the Outlier. They're from Walthers, so obviously American. They did come from a train fair, but they came in quite a large bundle of American stuff I got. Half of which I've sold and already doubled my money back, so they're sort of free, if you like, but not quite. So we'll have a look at them as well. I know they're a completely different thing, but just see what they're like. So what should we kick off with? Let's kick off with the Bachmann ones. So I'll just pull them out of the box and we'll have a closer look. Right, so we've got them out of the box with no small amount of faff. First thing I'll do, I'll show you what these are. 37-308 intermodal bogie wagons with two 45-foot containers. The other pack has four 20-foot containers, I think. I got this one out because I've had this one out before and it's a bit easier to look at. So first of all, it comes with this pack of accessories. Now some of these might be obvious what they are, some may not. There is no instructions at all where these go. I mean, that pretty obviously joins the wagons together, I can see that obviously. But what about them small yellow bits? Right, we'll come back to them. So this is what the wagons look like. This part along here is metal to give it some weight. Nice metal wheels. Decent bit of detailing on these, as you can see. They're not bad at all. And on the ends. Even sprung buffers on this. It's pretty amazing. Nem coupling one end. There's a decent amount of metal on this. Those centre bars appear to be metal. Nice detail on the sides with what I presume is the brake handle. I don't know if that's legible. Can we read that? I think so, just about. I can't really see on the viewfinder, but it looks like this is off and on. That's pretty good. Nice bit of wasp striping where necessary. The end that connects the two wagons together only has one buffer, and there's one buffer on the corresponding end of the other one, so the other buffer's this side. You got NEMs again, so you could, if you wanted to, make it all coupling. Or I guess if you wanted to join a lot of these together and just have couplings on the end ones, you could do. So that will go in there, hopefully. Both boxes of these come with two of these connectors, so at least there's a spare. I'll see if I can get that in there. If I can't, I'll do it off camera. Sod that, I'll do that off camera, I can't get that in. So yeah, there's the wagon. Well, let's have a look at the signage this side. EWS Unilog, does it say? I can't really read that very well, again, through the viewfinder. Keeps trying to focus on the containers in the background, doesn't it? And again, there's always a lot of typing this side. I nearly missed that. It looks to all be legible, but say on the viewfinder I can't really see it very well. And a couple of grills there, are they? Yeah, not bad. And the other one is the same. And then we'll just have a look at the containers we've got with these. These are nice things. I think, as I said before, I never expected in my life to say the sentence, they're really nice containers, but I think they are. I think some of those bits in the bag may be the silver, what do you call them? They're not really handles, are they? The bars that go up and down so you can open and close the doors. I think that's what they could be. But as I say, there's no instructions. There's a warning triangle on the top. And some more typing down the back. Right, so now we're going to see where those tiny little yellow bits go. So, they fit, where am I going to put them? Those tiny little yellow bits, which I'll see if I can show you one in my hand. Minuscule. You see that? Tiny, tiny little things. Bear in mind there's nothing to tell you what to do with these. Well, they fit in those holes, apparently. They're for keeping the containers attached to the wagon. And I think you can see on one of these wagons, I've already fitted some, or have they fallen off already? Oh no, there's a couple on there, look. I've fitted 2 on that container. But you have to fit them on there, and then they push into these tiny little holes here, or there. It must depend on what size container you're using, or there. And that is a serious fiddly job. Why the containers or these couldn't come fitted with them, I mean, I guess there's pretty good reasons, because you want to change the containers. But it took me a search on YouTube to find out how to hold the containers on, because I didn't know, and it didn't tell you anywhere. Maybe some instructions wouldn't go amiss, Bachmann, for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit the containers on. We'll have a look what they're like with the containers on. And I'll be back in a tick, although it'll probably be a lot longer than a tick. Right, see you in a minute. So there they are, finally on the track. That was a complete and utter pain in the arse trying to put those little tiny yellow bits in. That's them there. Of course, you get 3 of them in. By the time you put the 4th one in, the first one's fell out again. That's taken forever. Crazy, that is. I guess the answer is to put a dab of glue either on the container itself and fit them to that, or on the wagon. But they are so fiddly. But once they're on, they're pretty steady, and they're reasonably smooth running, as you can see. So that's the Bachmann ones. I've got something to give them a run round while we look at the others. Let's just back that up. Where is it? Oh, Well, this is my Class 58 from EFE Rail. That was a bit of a bargain from TMC a while ago. Weathered version of that. Right, we'll just send that round and we'll have a look at the Realtrack one, shall we? Well, there's a set of Realtrack Intermodal wagons on the track. I mean, whether these actual wagons are supposed to be the same, I don't really know, to be honest. They're probably not, because they're quite a bit different, as you can see. Let's take the container off. But these, again, the design's similar. There's a big metal bar running across the bottom. Let's just have a look at these. I've already joined these together. They use a slightly different coupling in that they're screwed permanently together, so I didn't bother taking them apart. I think the again, metal wheels, the bogies feel flimsy and very lightweight. Well, I guess they do the job. And them couplings, a nice detail on the end. I mean, any missing detail on the Bachmann ones I can blame on them being second hand. These were brand new. So the buffers, although the end detail looks quite nice, the buffers do look a bit plastic, don't they? In my opinion. Anyway, there's loads of bit of writing there, which again you can read, which is nice. Yeah, obviously these aren't exactly the same wagons, are they? All that's nicely done. Freightliner, but keep it focused. Let's move the containers out of the way, maybe that's causing the problem. Come on, son. You can do it. Anyway, you probably have to take my word for it. There's loads of printing on there. There we go, that's better. Which is all nicely done. Again, the wheels on the back. These feel a little bit lighter than the Bachmann ones, but this part here is actually plastic, but I think it's got metal underneath it. That feels like it's plastic. So the wheels look a bit, or the bogies look a bit flimsy compared to the Bachmann ones. Anyway, let's put this down. Containers, probably all exactly the same, made by the same people. Could be wrong. These ones do have the metal, what do you call these, isn't it? Locks, doors, opening mechanism, whatever you want to call them. But again, nice containers. Now these ones don't have the fiddly bits. Just make sure this is on the track properly. Now these ones don't have the fiddly bits to fit on the wagon. They have these parts here, as you can probably see, these to fit. And there's some tiny little nodules. Can you see them on the yellow marks there? There's some tiny little nodules. Now, the problem I've got with these is they never match up, or they never sit in them properly. Zoom out a bit. You can see me trying to get them in. They just don't quite match. try the other one. No, they don't quite match. So with these, there's nothing really holding the containers on except gravity. I mean, I'm guessing a bit of blue tack or something on there would do the trick. Right, well they're sort of on, although the wheels aren't. They're on, but you know, there's nothing really holding them. As you can see, I just wobble them from side to side. So no belting around sharp corners because they'll come flying off. Also, and I think this is due to the part of the plastic bogey there, they're very stiff. That might loosen up. I don't know, let's have a look. I think it's in here, one of these. So I don't know if it will show up very well. Is it going to show up? The wheels are just held here by little plastic clips. Nothing metal. And a couple of these are very stiff, which doesn't help. And that's a shame really, because they just don't run as well as the Bachmann ones. So what we do is we stick these on behind the other one and see how they get on. There's been no problem with them, as you can see, they're still going round. No derailments. So let's stick this one on and see if they continue going round, and we'll have a look at the Walthers ones. So here we are, all connected up to send them round. See if they come flying off the track or not. So let's just run along the train as it pulls away. You can see there the one buffer on each wagon there. And there you can see the difference in the ends of the wagons, with the Bachmann on the left and the Realtrack on the right. So let's send that round to see if it can get round without causing too much trouble. And then we'll come back here and we'll have a look at the Walthers wagons. I'll show you the end of the box. That's like one of those 70-foot throw double stack cars, 3-car set. Doesn't really say much on the box. This came from a train fair as part of a much bigger set of stuff that I had. So here's one of the wagons. Take that off. Now this isn't going to be a criticism of the other two makes at all. This is just a comparison. And this entire thing is metal. The whole thing is metal. The walkways, I think, are metal. That little bit there is plastic. But yeah, the bogies are obviously plastic, and again, they look a bit flimsy. Well, that could be brass axles there, but plastic wheels on these. Someone's faffed about with the couplings on these. Let's just have a closer look. Again, nicely detailed. Yeah, plenty of writing and information on the side. The walkways looks pretty good. A representation of some sort of motor there for, I don't know what that'd be for, loading, uncoupling, who knows. being American, not NEM couplings. And then down the other side, it's probably the same. Yeah, not bad. I've got quite a few containers that came with, so just have a look. I don't think these are as well detailed as the previous ones we looked at. And also being HO, they're a bit smaller. So yeah, quite plain them. Let's have a look at the other one. I mean, again, they're nicely done, but the other ones had silver down here and actually felt a bit chunkier than this. But they're not bad, they do a job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these on the track. They are pretty much the same, these. I get these on the track. I'll dig out an American loco just to pull them around and see how they go on. But me and American style couplings don't get on. So there could be a bit of derailing going on, we'll see. Anyway, I'll stick these on and we'll kick on with that. So there we are, they're all on the track. The nice thing about these is they're more of a well wagon really, so you can fit anything in them. It just sits there, it doesn't have to be clipped down. It's quite nice. So let's back up the loco, see how these go. Today's guest star is an old Athone blue box. I think it's called an SW7. Lovely running thing this is, with lights both ends. Yeah, really nice. Let's just see how the others are getting on. Still all attached. Nothing's come off. Might give that a little bit more juice just to keep that one going. See if it makes it. Right, let's send this one round. I've double stacked the end one, hopefully that can get under my bridges and whatever. Yeah, those ones seem absolutely fine, don't they? Zooming round, no problem, and it's on the inside with slightly sharper bends and more crossovers to deal with. I did that on purpose to see how they go. I'm very impressed by that EFE engine. It's a real good one. Oh, and there's the Athone. So that's a quick look and a comparison between the two major UK intermodal wagons. I did have some Lima ones with containers on, but they just didn't look right. I've got the 03 shunter up there doing a bit. Yeah, as I say, I did have some Lima ones originally, but the containers were very thin and they just didn't, they just didn't look right. So when I saw the original Realtrack ones at Worley, I thought I'll have some of them. And I didn't know Bachmann did them until I saw them at the Bristol show. And I'm quite impressed with them, despite how fiddly they are. So yeah, so I'm guessing these ones here, the Realtrack ones, need a bit of super glue, or no, a bit of blue tack to hold them on, because when you put them back in the box, they don't stay on the wagon. They have a separate compartment in the foam, so you can't actually glue them down if you ever want to put them back in the box. And that would hopefully sort them two out. I don't understand why there's not some sort of fixings, and I've been through the additional parts as well, and there's nothing there that would fix them on. Very odd. And then the Bachmann ones do look great. It's just that fiddly nonsense with those little yellow bits that hold the containers on, but those you could glue either onto the container or the wagon. I think probably better to do the container, because the wagon's got 2 or 3 holes there for different sizes of containers, so you wouldn't want to be stuck to one side. So I reckon maybe I'll pop a little dab of glue on them, on the containers, and hold the little, whatever you call them, little things that hold them onto the wagons, glue them onto the containers. Thank you to the EFE Class 58, which I did a bargain video on some time ago, and it's still going, so with no problems. Very nice. Just wait for the Walthers ones to come around. I know they're not of as much interest to an English person, but I just thought I'd show them anyway. Very different design, obviously, and I guess they do stack them high in America, but they are nice, and being all metal, I think it's pretty good, really. And I can't believe it didn't uncouple at all. That's quite shocking. Right, so that's it for this one. Let us know if you've got any of these Realtrack or Bachmann Intermodals. And what do you think of them? Do you find them fiddly or slightly annoying? And for around 40 quid for 2 each, do you think they were worth the money? I don't know what they were originally, full price. The Bachmann ones, I haven't got a clue. I had a quick search, couldn't find out, so if you know that as well, do let us know. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this was of some interest, and we'll see you in the next one, whatever that may be. Bye for now.